All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey guys, thanks for waiting in the chat. Amazing, you guys and your support. Thanks, David, for coming early and keeping the seats warm for everybody. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, Sergey. Good morning, Shannon. Sergey from Belgium. Good morning. Amazing. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Phil W. Fellow Pandas. Good morning, Pandas. Good morning, Chaz. Let's go, baby. Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Cad from Georgia. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Jason from Texas. Good morning, Mazar from Canada. Good morning, Super Salty Peanut. Yep, morning, Pandas. Good morning, Pandas. Welcome to the live stream. Glad everyone could join us today. Yesterday was crazy. We had the most views and most likes ever concurrently on stream. So we hit that 100 like mark yesterday. Hey, today let's hit that 200 like mark. 200 likes and I'll drink some whiskey for y'all. AM whiskey. That's the goal. Gonna put up a poll. Hey, let me know in the poll what kind of day you think we're gonna have today. Bull trend, bear trend, trading range. Good morning. Hey, while you guys are here, yeah, let me know in the chat where you guys are from and give us a good morning from where you're from. Good evening if it's later in the afternoon for you guys, such as Family Pie from Spain, currently in the afternoon. Super Salty Peanut, we making that money today? Hey, let's hope so. Let's see what the market gives us. We're not going to force any trades here. Just going to read pure price action. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome on Bye Money. And yeah, let me know where you guys are from. Good morning, SW Blaze. Good morning, Bob Lab from Florida. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Dimitar. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Nakam. Yeah, hey guys, if you guys saw Mac's last video, I know a lot of you guys are familiar with Mac, but for those who, hey, L Jimmy, thanks for becoming a panda. Thanks for your support. Hey, enjoy your green name, enjoy your two-legged pullback badge, enjoy your fresh emoticons, and hey, I'll give you priority to your questions during the stream. If you guys like to support and you would like to become a panda, hit that join button. These streams are completely free. And so to show a little support, just to give a little bit of coffee, my morning coffee money, help me trade a little bit better for you guys. I'm gonna keep the poll up until 9:30, but yeah, hey, I know a lot of you guys follow Mac from Price Action System trading system, and I always give credit to where credit's due. Two-legged pullback, and you know, he was a big reason why I started to look into two-legged pullback. He's a big reason why I started to even create this indicator that you see on the screen with all these numbers, counting legs for us, identifying second entries. And if you saw his latest video, he has they're currently developing over there a essentially a indicator exactly what we have already here, but they're running into some issues. It's not as easy as you think. They have an issue with engulfing bars. If you guys know, in the latest 2 updates ago on the two-legged pullback indicator, the engulfing issue is resolved on the two-legged pullback indicator. If you go to the website www.tweleggedpullback.com, that issue is resolved on this, and the way I handle it is it's a setting you can turn it on or off. Actually, I actually prefer to keep it off, but if you really want to have the reversals on engulfing bars, there is a setting to enable that. And so I know they're still trying to figure out over there, but hey, those who have the two-legged pullback indicator are ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game here. We have a two-legged pullback right here, as you can see, and also Max indicator does not have the super signal, to let you know that the upcoming leg is a two-legged pullback. You essentially still have to count with his indicator, but on the two-legged pullback indicator, you can see clearly with the red diamond here that we're going to have a second entry. I can also manually count it for you. First pullback, first entry, second pullback, simple two-legged pullback to the 20 EMA, and now we have a red diamond showing you that the next reversal down will be a second entry. If you guys are not familiar with the indicator, dark red and dark green numbers are second entries. These are second entry longs. These are second entry shorts. And so the super signal tells you the upcoming leg that if it were to trigger, if the price were to hit this diamond, which is one tick below the signal bar, always, and it will move around depending on whatever the signal bar is, it will trigger your second entry. So, yep. So they have a problem with engulfing bars. At twoleggedpullback.com, we do not have a problem with engulfing bars. We have that already figured out. Yep, show some love, show some support. Get the likes and engagement up to 100 likes before market opens so other people can know about the stream and join the community here. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit over what we're doing in the stream. I got to do this every morning because we got new people joining us every day. So I'm going to go a little bit what we're trying to do here and what sets this stream apart from all the other streams. In this stream, we trade one single instrument, one single setup using price action. I use pure price action here. The indicators I don't have RSI indicators, I don't have momentum indicators. I read every single bar as it is, but I do have a couple of indicators to help me read price action. The one single setup that we look for is a two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. A, B, C. And we like to go into the reversal right here. Or first pullback, first entry, second pullback, and we like to enter into the second entry. And so we like to find this two-legged move on the charts because in the right context, with the two-legged move, you have a greater than 90% chance to make a 1-point scalp. And on the E-mini, every contract for 1 point is $50. So if you have about 5 contracts, for every scalp, you can make $250. So that means you just need to make 2 scalps a day to make $500 a day. And so what we're trying to do on the stream is trying to find and identify these two-legged pullbacks on those key areas, such as moving averages, support resistance levels, channels, trend lines. For instance, we have a two-legged pullback here. I'm going to grab this pattern. I'll bring it right here. We have a two-legged pullback right here. And with actually, this is a trigger bar. This signal bar is not good, but this trigger bar is very strong. And as you can see, we're enough to make a scalp here, plus a little bit more. Top of the channel. See, the thing is, you can know this channel is right here before it even happens by this pivot low, and this pivot high. So I didn't make this channel after this two-legged pullback was made. I made it before, and when it came back to the top of the channel with a two-legged pullback, and since we're in a ranging market cycle, it was good for a 1-point scalp. So we have to find this in key areas, and we're going to be reading price action as we do it to get the best setups possible. On my screen, I give you frequently asked questions in my description link. Kind of go over my chart setup, but I'll go over it quickly with you guys. On my screen, I use pure price action, but I do have a couple of indicators to help with price action. I have the 20 EMA, I have the 240 SMA, which is this dashed line. I have 2 custom indicators. I have the trading range indicator that uses price action to identify trading ranges. And I also have a two-legged pullback indicator that automatically counts legs and identifies second entries. For those who've been following Mac for a while, I like to give, if you're using the indicator, I like to give you all the information possible. And so I'll even give you the third entries. And in my opinion, and also Al Brooks' opinion, third entries are just second entries in a chain of second entries. And so that's why I mark even third entries with dark red numbers or dark green numbers. But if you are strictly trying to trade Mac price action system, his two-legged pullback, you simply need to find second entries only after twos. And so there's two pushes up. You can see there's a number 2 here. And then so the next reversal, you can take that second entry. So if you want to be strictly using Mac's counting system, I use Al Brooks' counting system. And so I have a mix between Mac and Al Brooks. And so I like to read all the price, all the candles. And so in these streams, I typically talk a lot because I'm going to try to interpret every single candle on the screen as it develops. And we're going to use that to make the best trades possible. SW Blaze, let's see here. Gonna read a couple of your comments. Chris Zolka, Globex created a wedge bear flag. Okay, 60 minute. ITVR us. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Nakam, Max, his I'm not gonna make any judgments, but yeah, his indicator is definitely way more basic. The indicator also, if you want to, has alerts. So when these second entries approach, before they even trigger, it'll give you a small alert. SW Blaze asked, will you ever add a NinjaTrader indicator features to the TOS version? Or is it not worth it? No. Nope. We are not, that is not in the pipeline. TOS is basically discontinued, but it is there for those who do use it. And the TOS one is basically at the level of the one that Mac has. Pretty simple, pretty basic. And that one is $50 on Thinkorswim. All right, we got 5 more minutes to the market open. Welcome to the channel. Hey, if this is your first time here, rewind a little bit. I went over a little bit of what we're going over each stream. And also, this is my live streams with a small account journey. And I like to say it's a journey because, not a challenge, because when you have a challenge, typically it means that you take very risky trades. Like we're trying to blow up this account. We're trying to grow this small account to become something, that basically becomes clickbait. For me, I actually do care about the community. And so I thought it'd be better to do a journey. And when I say small account journey, I mean like a small account size that most of us will probably typically enter in when we first start. Maybe not when we first start, because 5K is a lot, but generally, typically around there, we might have 2K, 5K accounts when we first begin. And we're willing to lose that much for most traders. And so I figured that, hey, let me just simulate someone just starting, even though I have the experience already, but I will start with a small account and see realistically how can we grow this. Because, I'm not going to 10x this account in, 1 month or whatever. Maybe I will, but who knows. That's not the point. The point is to trade with everyone this morning in the power hour. And so, every video I do update, if you look in the bottom left, you can just see my account size. I started with 5,000 2 weeks ago, and basically started, with 5,000 when I first started the stream, and I've just been slowly and hopefully consistently just growing this account. It's not crazy gains. I'm not gaining thousands and $1,000 yet, but as my account grows and I can increase my contract sizes, hopefully that will happen. But it happens when it happens. So thanks for joining me on this journey. Let's see here. I'll just say yesterday was crazy. I made a couple trades yesterday, and boy oh boy, it went crazy. I was eyeballing this so hard. I was eyeballing this trade so hard. This reversal. I saw this wedge here. I saw the measure move hit. The measure move was, I believe, from here to here. This leg up, the first pullback, the deepest pullback we have, and made a measure move, and it hit the measure move perfectly. And I was trying to snipe this reversal here on this wedge, 3 push up wedge, and I had my limit order right here for 1 tick retracement, and it didn't hit. It just flushed, and when if any of you guys were watching this, I like I had like a jump scare when I saw this candle create, because it was created so fast. So I freaked out, and I saw crazy volatility, and I thought it was gonna bounce up sometime. But hey, if you guys remember early in my Born Thor, hey, thanks for becoming a panda. Hey, fellow pandas, let them know, show them some love by giving them a hi with emoticons. Hey, by the way, if you feel like the stream is delayed more than about 20 seconds, watch in 2x until it catches up, because I know this is time sensitive stuff. By the way, do not copy my trades. Trade at your own risk. Do not trust any pandas. If you guys remember, I said that while we're up here, that most likely we'll have a bear trend day or a doji, and because of the price action, we see how choppy it is here, and when we see the chop, we expect chop to continue. And so I was waiting for the reversal, and that's why I was waiting for that. But when we got around to the 50% mark, I started to make some bad trades, to be honest. Like, I saw the high volatility, and I was like, okay, this is probably gonna bounce sometime. And I saw the breakup trend here. I saw this breakup trend, and I entered a couple bad trades. Entered here, try to go long, the higher low setup with a 2-legged pullback. This one I actually fat fingered and unfortunately stopped out right there. And also, I saw this, came back to the bottom of the trading range, and I saw this move up, and then it stopped me out as well. And then finally, I moved to the 10K chart, and when I moved to the 10K chart, I saw the support at the 240 SMA here, and then I came in with a scalp here, and I actually swung this instead of just scalping out. I swung it for 10 points, and so that's where I'm at right now. And hey guys, first day over 6K, and we made 20%, so let's go. Hey, market just opened. Let's look at the chart to see where we're at. We're consolidating. I'm not interested right now in making a trade. Pretty congested. Pretty congested here. Gonna update this channel here. A lot of back and forth. Hard to make a trade here. Hard to see clearly what's happening. Lots of chop here. Hey, we might have a choppy day today. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hey, 200 likes. And I'll have my AM whiskey for you guys. All right, let's see what's happening. Market just opened. I like to have look at the 5-minute as well. We can see 5-minute trapped here. But the 5-minute, I think we're in a trading range in the 5-minute as well. Trading range indicator is saying it's way down here. Let's just refresh it, make sure. It's saying it's way down here. This trading range started way here. And so when we come back to the top of here, we can expect to hit the bottom of this trading range. But let's see. H4 setup here, setting up. We do have an H4 setting up here with this magenta 4. If this triggers, then the next reversal will be an H4 setup. Or really an L4 setup, but I just call them all H4 setups. But yeah, it'll be an L4 setup. If you don't know what an L4 H4 setup is, you can check out the frequently asked question link in the description describing what an H4 is. Well, we have one approaching here, and it looks like it's about to trigger. It does trigger here. We have an H4. We have first break of this trend. We're expecting retest of the lows here. Typically what does happen after first break, first close of the trend. Market rarely feels confident enough to enter in strongly with conviction after the first break of trend. So they usually wait for a pullback and then they enter more confidently after seeing the reaction near the lows of the trend. So the lows are here. We're expecting a pullback there. So this H4, I'm thinking about taking if we approach the top of this trading range, created by the trading range indicator. This is a 2000 tick chart, and we're trading the E-mini futures. Very strong momentum, very strong bull bars, but look, we're ending right here, hitting our heads right at the top of the trading range indicator. With a decent signal bar, I might be interested here. Decent signal bar here. I'm gonna come with a small retracement. Let's see if we can get this point here. Top of the trading range with the H4 setup, and you're thinking first break of trend, thinking we're gonna come back to retest here, but let's see if we get it. This momentum could be too strong here because we do have an uptrend at the moment like this. But you know, typically H4 setups at the top of trading ranges, you know, I gotta take those. Especially first break of trend. So, and if this reverses on me, then so be it. It is what it is. I gotta just trade the charts that's in front of me though. H5 does trigger, or the L4 or L5. As you can see, the trading range indicator hitting its head on top of the trading range indicator at the moment. It could break through it, and so be it. I could get stopped out here. We're holding on to our 1 to 4. Could be a spike in channel. Spike in channel right here. Just in my mind, it's so choppy. Like I'll just be surprised if this makes a strong bull trend beyond the trading range. Like the chop is like in my favor, thinking that okay, we're choppy, so most likely we're going to continue to be choppy on the higher time frames, thinking that we probably come back down here to retest the lows here, but we'll see. I know as much as you guys here, to be honest. Could have skunked out. Should I skunk this trade? Now let's stick with our H4 here. Let's stick with our H4. I like our H4 here. Possibly skunk. Could have skunked out, but holding on here. Let's see. Having a hard time breaking underneath the 20 EMA. Holding on to my H4 setup though. Hey, thoughts and prayers to me. I'm feeling the heat. Feeling the heat for sure right now. Feeling the heat here, feeling the heat. Hey, trade at your own risk. This is why you don't copy my trades. I may double up my position here if it goes down again. If it comes down here again, I may double up my position. Lower high setup now. Doubling up my position here. We could have a two-legged pullback, simple two-legged pullback here, A, B, C. And this could be a mistake here, but double my position here. Thinking lower high, thinking we're gonna come back down to the bottom of this trading range. Let's see if we get it though. Just waiting patiently. Waiting. Feeling the heat. Heat's off now. Pretty certain we can get this. Oh, let's go, baby. Oh, let's go. Not diamond hands, man. Diamond brain. That diamond brain. Hey, man. Trust the trading range indicator. When I saw this trading range happen, I knew. When you saw the trading range and when you're approaching the top of it in a choppy manner like this, like, are you thinking like this is a very strong bull trend? You know, I don't think so. You know, too much chop, too many dojis. And I like to use that to my advantage to say, hey, I think this breakout's gonna fail. And when it's to try to break out, it did fail. You can see this bar here. It made a perfect scalp on this trap, as you can see with the gold box. So when this trap triggered, it only moved exactly 5 ticks and then reversed. And then so when I saw this higher low, I felt even more confident with this good signal bar to enter in. So let's go, baby. $100 start off the day on a small account. Let's go. Let's keep growing this account. Hey, by the way, I think next week I might increase my contract sizes to 2, so we can have that runner. I really want that runner to trade runners with y'all. I think there's a lot to learn about runners, when to take them, when not to take them, how to manage them. So it's a big part of what we're missing here on this channel. So excited. Maybe I might start entering with 2 contracts starting from next week, but we'll see. Hopefully you guys understand when I say reading price action and using it to our advantage here. Does that make sense? That we were choppy, you know, like look at this, like when we're coming up here we see all this chop. I mean, do you think that this is indicative of very strong bulls here? You know, when we're just like showing weakness like this, coming to the top of a trading range, how do I know this is the top of the trading range? Well, look at how many hits there are right here previously. You know, the last time it came here, look at how many hits there are. And you know, we came right back up to it, and you can see with the trading range indicator how accurate it is. Kept closing underneath it. It might hit, it popped up above it and then failed, and then when it came back to retrace it, look at how many hits there are again. So that's why I felt so confident to enter with a double position right there. Good morning, Yoshiaki. You're a little late this morning, so welcome. Gonna end the poll. You guys think it's a trading range day today? I agree. I think it will be a trading range day. I think, you know, if we do break below here, we might have a spike down, but we got to get down here first. But I do think we are in a trading range day just because we have already 3 bars of complete overlap here. You think this will continue? It might continue until the 20 EMA catches up to us. You know, I think the market's waiting for the 20 EMA and trying to figure out what's going to do there. But it all depends. If it hovers here, trading range, but if it goes below, breaks previous day's high or low right here, if it breaks, that's where the diamond is, then, you know, I'm probably gonna go short, at least for a little bit. I actually marked the previous day's low with this magenta line, so I have it ready. %48% think it's a trading range, 28% think it's a bull trend, bear trend. I guess you could be pretty safe, just say trading range every single time. But hey, good way to know, if you guys remember, look at the 5-minute chart. Our first 3 candles, we have a first candle is actually it's a trend bar, and now we have some chop here. So typically the first 3-4 bars of the 5-minute chart will give us information on what kind of day we're gonna have today. So let's let this third candle finish here. It's about 2 more minutes on this candle. How do I know that? Well, Albrook says so. Plus, it makes sense, right? The market shows its intentions by price action. And that's why we use price action here. We don't want to use indicators. We don't want to use these lagged, because they're all lagged. They're all lagged information. It uses all lagged information. But when we read price charts and price action, we can see the intentions of the market. Now, just like every human being, if you think you know you could read them, there are chances you could get tricked too by even other people. And so there are moments that you think the market's showing its intentions, but they juke you out. Yeah, Rory Tate, the power of BBM stop loss. So those who had a Mackian stop loss there, 1 tick above your signal bar. Sorry, so sorry. Yep, you got stopped out right there. Can you imagine a greater than 90% probability where your reward is higher than your risk? That doesn't make sense. That does not exist in this world. Does not exist in trading, at least in the long term. If you had your stop, if you entered right here and your stop loss was just like half a point away, that means you're thinking you have a greater than 90% probability with a risk reward, that is your reward is greater than your risk. Tell me, in what world does that make sense? If anyone says that there are setups such as that, it doesn't make sense. You run away. It's a scam. You sniff the air and you say, well, it smells like a scam. If everyone tries to sell you high probability with a good risk reward, a system that has that, they're lying. They're surely lying. All right, let's read the price action. What do we got here? So we had break of this trend, and now we came back down with an entire 2-legged pullback, and we are potentially going to test the bottom of this. So I think we're still hitting our heads on top of this, and I don't have much evidence saying that we're going to break much higher than this top of this trading range at the moment. As you can see, the trading range indicator is giving us a trading range at the moment. If anything, we might come back down here, and seeing the price action, how choppy it is at the moment, could bring us down here. But hey, with every new bar, we get new information, and look at these bars ending near their high at the top of the trading range, showing us some bullish pressure here. Right, when we're seeing some buying power or buying pressure here, then when it happens in the trading range, then you can tip the scales a little bit, right? The chances increase a little bit that we're gonna break out to the upside. When we see strong bearishness, selling pressure within the trading range, then you can tip the scales a little bit to say we might break down. But in any case, for any trading range, the chances of breaking out are very high actually, about 70% chance to break out. But you have pretty much an equal chance, a 75% chance that after it breaks out, it'll fail and come back in. And that's just, again, Albrooks. But from my personal experience, I do see that's true. We typically do break out of trading ranges, but more likely than not, the trading range breakout will fail and come back into the trading range. See, we had the strong buying pressure here, and it probably made some bulls very excited, but they failed to see what kind of market cycle we're in. So much chop, right? Trading range. And so the bulls who were kept buying here, there are bulls who buy here, there are bulls who buy here, and now they are trapped because they didn't realize that we were in trading range. They didn't realize, their natural tendency is like, hey, we want to swing this up. They took a measure move here and say, hey, with this small pullback, I'm going to make a ton of money and I'm going to bank on this breakout here. But, they'll have their stop loss down here, and so they could possibly still be in this trade. But I personally think they failed to see the trading range we're in. They failed to see the market cycle that we're in. We're not in a trending market cycle at the moment. Indicative of the 5-minute, we have potentially 3 overlapping bars. We had a strong spike, but no follow through. When you have a strong bull bar like this, heading right to the top of a trading range with no follow through, that needs to tell you something. That needs to tell you that this might be just a bull leg in a trading range instead of a bull breakout for a trend. Hope that makes I hope that all makes sense to you guys. It's kind of like common sense, really. If you think about it, it's just like, okay, like bull bars any near their high. Well, with no follow through, then that doesn't confirm anything, and so we don't rely on that so much. And so, but hey, sooner or later this could break out and just zoom up. But we wait till that happens, and when that happens, we'll have our measure move ready, and we'll be ready for that, and we'll trade accordingly. But until then, something interesting is happening here, though. As you can see, we have this uptrend here with this pivot low and this pivot low. Previously, it was here, but as you can see, it failed to, it broke down, but failed breakdown, came back up. So update the channel. And now, as you see, we approached it again, but we missed it by almost a point here. And that means the bulls were so eager that they weren't even waiting for this to hit the bottom support, showing us the eagerness from the bulls, right? The price action is telling us something here about the bulls' behavior, and they're willing to buy with limit orders right here and buy it up. And we can see pretty strong reversal here, right back up into the top of the trading range. As you can see, hitting its head again, but this potentially could break out A, B, C, and this could be a nice two-legged pullback to the upside, because we see the intentions that the bulls missed. They missed, or the bears, they couldn't even get to the bottom of this trading range, showing that the bulls were strong enough to essentially resist that and hold the bears back from hitting this, because there's so many more bulls than bears. As you can see, we're starting to come up. We're not getting our two-legged pullback, unfortunately. We have a double top at the moment. If this breaks above, we lose. See, we lost our second pullback. So we have to wait for an entire two-legged pullback now to get a second entry. So now we're breaking out, and you can tell with the price action that there was high chance that we were going to just break out right there, because how we missed this trend line. If you guys know trend lines, hey, by the way, thanks for welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad that you can join us. Hey, this is your first time and you're enjoying this content. Hit that like button, subscribe. If we reach 200 likes, then I'm going to sip on some whiskey for you guys. But we are so far from that. We already got 66 likes. Come on, pandas. Show some love. As you can see, we're breaking out now, and that right there is all the information you needed to know that we're gonna do this. So measure, move, and play. Copy, paste, or just drag it over here. We have a clear measure move right here from this leg up, pull back, coming back to this leg, and coming back to the measure move. John asked, and let me go over some of your questions here as we wait for this to just finish out. I mean, there was no entry for us. If there was a two-legged pullback, if this like came back and came up, then I would have entered there. But the 5 minute, oh, there was a trap on the 5 minute. No wonder. Okay. H4 setting up on the 5 minute. Let me chart the 5 minute real quick. Spike in channel at the moment with the 5 minute. Find my trend line here. Spike in channel on the 5 minute. Spike here, and now we're channeling up. Most likely, if this doesn't break above it, it's going to smash through this. We do have an H4 set up on the... Did we hit the measure move? We missed the measure move by 1 point. I'm going to go over a couple of your questions as we wait for a setup here. We potentially could look for this breakout pullback, two-legged pullback to top of the measured move. We think we're gonna get there because look at how many bull bars there have been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-bear bars in a row. Bull bars ending near their high, showing very strong buying pressure. So we know that the presence of bulls are here. So what we're gonna do is wait for a nice two-legged pullback back to the 20 EMA for us to hit that measure move. Let's see if we get it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if we should take this Two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. If this setup happens, should we take it? Put a 1 in chat. Put a 2 if no. Wall Street Pickers, dear Bitcoin, thank you for that. Goodbye. Hey, gonna go over some of your chats as this two-legged pullback forms. I have already drawn it out on the charts for us. Strong bull trend, waiting for a two-legged pullback to the 20 MA here. Market is stingy. Didn't give us our two-legged pullback, unfortunately. So, sorry guys, we lost that setup. Burst through the measure move. This could be... this could be a trend day. Back up to the top of the trading range. Who knows? Would not be surprised if that happens. But with the price action, let's trade accordingly. If that starts to happen, then we're going to be always just looking for longs here. Gonna look at the bigger time frame. Where are we here? Bigger time frame. We have this measure move on the bigger time frame. This is a 10K chart. Measure move here. Oh, that's exactly where we're hitting our heads. Hitting our heads right at that measure move on the 10K chart. This could be exhaustion bar. Confusing. Could be exhaustion bar or it could be a strong bull trend day today. I have to see a little bit more here. Cheyenne Tyrell asks, do you ever set runner to automatic trail? I don't. That's kind of a reason why I prefer not to use runner sometimes, because you have to like manage it the entire time. But I have nothing against that if that's what you want to use. It's just like I like to see it, you know. I like to control it. I like to place it typically before, like under every swing, major swing low, if it's like a runner going long, you know. And it's hard to do that with automatic trail. Born Thor says, "Did I hear you correctly that you have 4 points to 1 point profit?" That is true. I do. The reason being because of math. And because Al Brooks mentions it. John, why does Al Brooks talk about 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 ratio? Is that for swing trading only? John, yes, that is for swing trading only. When he mentions that, 2-to-1 risk is what you expect for a swing. Andrew Gibson, with a 90+ win rate on these entries, stop can be further back, above or below previous bar, depending. I'm seeing the price action consistently following a bull trend channel instead of the flat trend that your indicator is finding. Yep, so the indicator does tell us right here exactly why we started hitting our heads. It does not mean that we're going to have to come back to the bottom of it. It just means that this is where we have the most touches and it could be potential resistance using price action. So now, what I see, I agree with you. I think we're now outside of this, trading range, and we are in a bull trend. So. But just be worried, you should be worried here, because when it started hitting its head here, that was a good place to actually go short, top of the trading range. Now, until we finally broke out of it, we can say, okay, now that we broke out of it, let's look for some longs. It's a trap here, but really far from the 20 MA. Hitting its head on the measure move. Don't forget this measure moves here on the 10K chart. Measure move here, essentially. Two-leg Marios or Warriors. Not sure what that means. Chaz Michael. Kevin Fennell says, dang it, I wanted to SLK. Stop limit order, I guess. Buy above the high and I missed it because of a phone call. Oh, unfortunate. That's unfortunate, my friend. My fellow panda. Had to cancel interview today. Wow. Thanks for the spam text, guys. Great. Thanks. Oh, 1. Here we go. All right. Thanks for the voting. Thanks for the engagement. Thanks for the support, everyone. Thank you. Okay, now I gotta just go through this. So a lot of you guys wanted me to take it, but it would have been a good setup, but just didn't happen. So it's gibberish, but it's like kind of nice because it's like increasing engagement like crazy. David Zabak, do you think Biden's yesterday's announcement about tax gains for wealthy will affect stocks and cryptos much? Is there a possibility that some markets might crash, or it's just overreacting? Yeah, I read only price action here. You know, before I even knew about Biden, before anyone knew about Biden, the market knew about Biden. Trust me, they knew. They knew something was going to happen. This is why this consolidation happened. This is why this flash crash happened. But, you know, if you think about it, with price action, it looks like a flash crash, but it's simply a bare leg in a trading range. It's that simple when you just look at these. This is the daily chart, by the way. And so, you know, you can ask all these questions about Biden and all these things. And for me, it's hard for me to consider all those things because by the time you hear it, it's too late. And also, I think the price action will already tell you all those things that you need. I'm thinking today we're going to get inside bar, but hey, with this bull trend like this, I wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way up because this is pretty strong at the moment. Again, intention shown with the miss of 1 point from this trend line. Let us know some intentions of the bulls right here. Rich S, you know what? Is this bad? Is this bad that that the that the spam actually it's messing up the chat because it's kind of annoying like to read all this now. Bornthar, love your indicator by the way. It makes it so easy to plan quickly. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I that's why I have it on my charts as well. I can read, I can find two-legged pullbacks, you know, in an instant, second nature by now. But still, I like that indicator because I don't have to do that. It's all in the charts for me. Brandon Casey, huzzah, you are live. Time to drop my like and then lurk. Congrats on the 100+ likes yesterday, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love. Thank you for the love. Ryan Ruzik, think you might need to empower a couple people to moderate the chat and ban bots. Yeah, I think so too. Maybe some pandas, I can get some pandas to do that for me. They are spamming trade by Matt channel. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely spamming. But hey, it's kind of nice. It gives you a little more engagement on the channel. But yeah, it's gibberish. So if they keep going, we're gonna have to do something about that. Wasim El Asai says, how can we improve our reward risk ratio? Can we go for more ticks to improve our reward risk ratio? Can we go for more ticks? He asked that like 4 times. I'm gonna have to maybe start putting this like delay if people kind of get out of control here. Yeah, maybe I'll, you know, for some people who've been following for a while, H4 setup is happening, Daniel Eyes, but look at how strong this bull trend is. You do not want to trade counter to this. So even though it's an H4 setup, very high probable trade in itself, but you gotta look at the context. We are in a strong bull trend. We are in a small pullback bull trend. You do not want to trade counter to it, even with the H4, even at resistance. Just don't think about it. Thanks guys for reporting them. Thank you. Yes, they need to be reported. Ryder's, yeah, I just kind of figure out who, you know, would want to moderate a little bit. So maybe I'll message you guys through some of the comments here. So H4 failure is setting up right here, but like I said, strong bull trend. If you look at a higher time frame, it's simply just multiple bull bars in a row. This is a 10K chart, but on the, you know, a small pullback bull trend on the smaller time frame. Larger time frame, it's just strong bull bars. Do not want to trade counter to this unless you have more evidence that we're going to reverse. But right now it's too hard to reverse this. All right, goodbye. I just finished making a script that perfectly doesn't work. No errors, but it don't work. That's awesome. Congrats for doing that, man. Gary, yes, I always chicken out for a quick profit and watch it keep going up hours later. LOL. Yeah, that comes with experience. You know, if you had a runner, then you could, you know, depending on how you manage your runners, then incredible, incredible move. So like when you see this, you're thinking a possible bull trend day, because that's not normal, right? That's not normal in my opinion. On the daily chart, that means we probably might come back to the top of the trading range, at least right here where it hits right here, the body, top of the body. The 5 minutes, just strong bull bars. You know, on the 5 minute, you know, bulls are just salivating for an idea like this, a pullback of some sort, so they can get in here. The bulls are salivating for that. You know, there's no entries here. We cannot enter here. Too hard. Too tight. This channel's too tight. We could be having a spike in channel here. Spike and then channel. But even the spike in channel is very, very tight. Could be something like this. Spike in channel. Spike, channel up. But look how tight this channel is. For those who have gargantuan guts, if you go short here, thoughts and prayers to you. It is an H4 setup or L4 setup, but not that what I'm willing to take. So thoughts and prayers for those if you go short here. All right, so the second entry does trigger here on the H4 setup. So if you did go short there, then thoughts and prayers to you. Ryan Rizich, MACD may be showing exhaustion, but price action will show us the exhaustion even quicker than the MACD, in my opinion. I'm not opposed to, you know, if you guys use indicators, you know, whatever helps your trading, use it, please, please. Anything that can help you make money, I will support you 100%. But we'll be trying to use price action here to figure out if it does really exhaust. The price action, if this exhausts, then we'll start to see no follow through. As you can see here, there are gaps formed from the lows here to the highs here, showing us still very strong bullish behavior. We have a gap here from this low to here, hit this perfectly, and now it keeps going up. And so until that stops happening, until these gaps stop happening, we cannot go short here. You know, it's just too strong. These gaps are just showing us everything right now. But we are approaching the top of this trading range, as you guys can see, created by, or sorry, this channel, created by this pivot low, this pivot low, this pivot high. Hey, let me know in the chat if you guys want to see some content on, actually I'll put a poll up. I'm thinking of creating more videos here on what can possibly help the community. What are you guys more interested in here? Brandon Casey, that's an excellent idea. You know what? I'm gonna work on that today. That sounds amazing. We should have a panda in a magenta box, or a panda in a gold box. Yeah, thoughts and prayers for those who went short here. I mean, you guys are still okay because your 4-point stop loss has not been hit yet. But boy, oh boy, I would be sweating if I were you right now. Trying to trade counter to this strong or small pullback bull trend. We actually had a spike in channel like this and failed breakdown, and we're coming back up with a trap. You know, I can't go long here either. It's like you just can't do anything. It's just like, you know, imagine this being like horizontal. It'd be basically a really tight trading range, and because of that, you know, we can't trade those. You can't trade. Essentially, channels are just trading ranges, but they are slanted upwards or downwards. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that's exactly what they are. So I guess, like, in a sense, you know, if you know how to trade a trading range, you know how to trade a channel, because you just apply the same things, except it's going upwards or downwards. Those who have the 4-point stop loss are still in this trade. Strong bull bars on a 10K chart. There's no evidence right now. There's no evidence here right now that we are going to reverse. In fact, it's a spike in channel on the 10K chart. The 5-minute also, we're having smaller candles here, a little more wicks above and below on the 5-minute, showing us some loss of momentum. But typically strong breakouts turn to spike in channels, right? Like typically you don't expect it just to do this, just reverse. You expect here most likely to start doing this. This is spike in channel, something like that along those lines, right? Same direction but at a lesser, degree. Or you can expect this, trading range, something like that. But the bias is up. We do have our first bear bar on the 5-minute. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm looking for. SW Blaze says we reached a measure move. I'm not sure what measure move we hit. I did have a measure move mapped out on the 10K chart, but we just blew right through it. Where's the both button? Alright, you guys are more interested in trading ranges. Okay, that makes sense. You know what? I might make a video on how to, you know, detect trading ranges early and also how to trade them once they happen. So, you know, that's what you guys want. Let's do it. Fabio says, have you ever thought to use footprint chart to support price action interpretation? I have not. Brandon Casey, I feel like knowing how to spot that you are in a trading range, how to trade that, and when to pause and see if you're breaking out of the range, okay? Super Salty Peanut says, I'd like to see you review your trades stream. That way you can focus more details of why you made your calls or draw your lines. Super Salty Peanut, I would do that, but this is part-time for me, and like that's a lot of work. It's a lot of content to create, to not only stream, dedicate a stream, but then do a review on it. That's just a lot of work. I have a full-time job, and though I wouldn't mind doing that if I, hey, if I have enough pandas to support me to make a living, then I could do stuff like that. But Super Salty Peanut says, if you feel confident in the action reaching for highs, why not small runners on the NES? Yeah, you could do that. That's part of your strategy. Just for me, that's just too much things going on. If I had to go to MES, change the MES account, and try to do some runners there and things like that, it's just I like to focus on one chart, and I think that's good enough for me. It's already a lot to think about. Nate Knudsen, I think a lot of us came up watching videos about people making easy money on clear trend days and are figuring out how the real world is. That's true. Anyone who trades ever with any strategy might find some success very early on, but then once the market cycle does not go in your favor, they quickly realize that price, there's something missing in their strategies. There's something missing in their formula. And hopefully on the streams we can figure out that missing thing, right? To identify market cycles, to identify these things using price action, and trying to take the best setups possible. Hey Chaz Michael, thanks for becoming a Panda. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge. Enjoy your green name. Enjoy priority answering of your questions. Enjoy your fresh Panda emoticons. Thanks for becoming Panda. Thanks for the morning coffee. All of these things are just morning coffee for me, so appreciate it. Yep, hey, let Chaz Michael know, fellow pandas, shoot him a hi here. This content is completely free, but if you want to support me, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you really want to support me financially for some morning coffee, you can become a member for $5 a month and get some of the member perks. I'm really thinking later down the road to do something special for the members. Maybe like after the morning power hour stream, to have a after hours stream session. Maybe do chart reviews with members only. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you for members, what kind of perks you guys would like. I mean, obviously, a full day of trading I cannot do because full-time job, but I do want to give something to the members a little bit, some special content. So if you're a member, what would you like to see? I was thinking about doing extended stream, like no audio, because again I have a full-time job and I have to talk a lot. I have to do a lot of things, and so and I can't put all that stuff on stream. So I was thinking about doing maybe extended stream, just have it on, just no talking, maybe chatting every once in a while. But to be honest, after the power hour, the power hour has the most setups, and so that's why I like to trade the power hour with you guys. Meet and greet. Yeah, you know what? YT Chinkiat asked, do I plan to make this indicator on TradeAway? I should put a poll up. Maybe I'll do like a power hour with members. I'm gonna pull a poll up for you guys. I'm trying to think what are the other ones. MetaTrader seems like a popular one. Yeah, I just put a poll up. Hey, let me know which platform you guys use. I am thinking sooner or later to port over the trading range indicator, but I need to know where the most interest is. And I had recently seen that a lot of people want it on TradeAway, but so let me know in the poll. Hey, if I didn't mention your platform, just go ahead and throw it in the chat so I can just be aware of it. CR charts, okay. Hey, the thing is also, it's like I can only release the indicator if it's if the platform has a certain way to license the indicators. If there's no way to license indicators, I reached out to a couple platforms to ask, what's the licensing procedures, things like that. So I'm waiting to get back information back from them. But it's good to know. Okay, a lot of people switch from TradeAway. I thought TradeAway was one of them. It's in the it's in the poll. If it's in the poll, you don't have to type it out. Oh, no one uses TradeStation, huh? Hey, Brandon Casey, you should message them. You should let them know. So those who went short here, look at this, just super tight trading range right now. It's just been like four tick range, you know, 1.5 point range right now in the last several bars, 10 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bars. Goodness gracious. So we did have our first bear bar, inside bar, now we're breaking below it. So those who went short here, congrats. I think you made your point now. Oh, actually you went short here. If you went short here, actually no, the short here is on the H4. Yeah, so you would have made your point, I believe. No, actually you still haven't made your point if you went short here. One tick away from a perfect scalp for those who went short here. But 5 minutes, I think we're just pausing. We're so far away from the 20 MA. It's just, I don't know if I could, you know, what to do here, really. Just my 10K chart here. That's a nice, that's a two-legged pullback on the 10K actually. Getting a small pullback now. Loss of momentum, losing momentum here. All right, you made your perfect scalp for those who went short right here, so congrats. You know, if you didn't put your stop one tick above your signal bar, at least. So I suspected most of you guys using NinjaTrader, but it seems a lot of you guys use Trade-Evade. Born Thor, did you go short there? Did you make a successful scalp? It's throwing the panda emojis for fun. TradeStation has 5K margin. That's insane. How do you compete? You can't compete. Shannon Su. Well, let him know that you know, he can join the stream as well, and you guys can be here together, Shannon. Okay, Bondar, nice. Congrats, man. Hey, give our fellow panda some love. Congrats, Bondar. Hey, if you're killing it, we're always happy for you. Always happy for you. No jealousy in this chat room. Just good vibes. We want to encourage everyone here. Gonna close this. We do have a two-legged pullback, but it's a strange two-legged pullback. It's very strange. It's like a very technical two-legged pullback. To the point where I don't think I can even trade it. Terrible signal bar anyways. Thanks for filling out the poll. I think I'm going to look into Trade-Evade here. I think that's the clear winner here. Yeah, TD Ameritrade requires like 12K. That's just absolutely insane. Like, what's the point? Just might as well trade cash. We do have a spiking channel, and when we come back here, if we hit an H4 on the bottom of this trading range, I might go long. Might go long. It's just exhaustion. It's just this. Are we gonna have a midday reversal? I wouldn't be surprised if we just had like a inside day on the daily. Like if we're just contained in this range here, but just how far are we gonna go up in this range? That's a question. Hey Rich S, if you skunked your trade for good reasons, then congrats, that was the best thing you could have done. The trend drawing tool that I use, I'm not sure. This one here, this is just a channel tool. Native. It has a midline here. And the midline is essentially, you know, if you just go into the properties of any channel, you can set the midline and just save it as your template, default template. Nate Nelson says he's, I guess Tradeovate just doesn't have good tools yet, and hopefully with some indicators we can do that. I mean, I can make simple drawing tools too on any system. It's pretty easy. Oh, that really depends on the what script they use or what language they use. Hey, thanks for joining me on this chat. Hey, thanks for everyone here. Thanks, man. Thanks everyone just being here with each other. It's amazing. Thanks for sticking around. Even though the market's a little slow right now, we're just chilling, sitting on our hands, waiting for a good setup. Super salty peanut. Yeah, I mean I can do that. It's just the overlay is kind of hard to see, so I just try to say it if I do. I'll try to do that. Yan Bai asks, do you consider to raise money? Like a charity? You know, sure. If we get enough like support here, but I don't think my channel is even close to being big enough to do anything like that. 66, 101 likes. Man, we busted through 101 again. Hey, we're gonna have to hit that 200 likes to get that whiskey going, but hey man, you know, if you want to support the stream even more, then go ahead and you know, share this stream with others. And I don't expect to hit that 200 like today. It's just a, you know, aspiration that I have. Born Thor says, I don't have a channel tool. It should be there. Right click. Trend channel. If you right click, go in drawing tools, it's a trend channel tool. It requires $10 monthly fee to raise money. Yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. I mean, I'll look into it. I didn't think about it, but hey, if it can help someone, then sure, I'm always down for that. Kyle Mack asks, hey Panda, what do you think of Pat's new second entry indicator he will be releasing soon for $50? I already mentioned early in my stream, but yeah, Mac is releasing an indicator. It's very hard for me not to like pass judgments or laugh, but yeah. Hey, let's just say that I'm speechless. When I saw that video and I saw the trouble that they're going through with the indicator, I thought, man, they're so far away from the two-legged pullback indicator that is already available that it's just like almost laughable in my opinion. I don't want to like laugh at anyone, that's the thing, but for me it's hard to like really take that indicator seriously because it's just, it doesn't do even half the things. You know, the thing about a two-legged pullback indicator, most people think it's just like, you know, it's just a zigzag, whatever. It might just be a zigzag indicator souped up. It's not. It really isn't. You know, you have certain, counting legs is not necessarily, at its base, counting legs is very easy. But for instance, when you see a candle like this, how would you count that candle? It broke down and then broke up. It reversed down, reversed back up. How would you count this candle right here? This outside bar engulfing candle. See, Mac's indicator has issues with candles like this. The two-legged pullback indicator has resolved issues like this where there's essentially two reversals in one candle. It's a certain setting that you can turn on. I don't have it turned on because I personally don't like that. But if you want to be able to count legs like that, the reason why I don't do that is because Al Brooks doesn't do that. So default settings of the two-legged pullback indicator uses Al Brooks method. If you want to have max method of trading where you have these double reversals in one candle, there's a setting for that. I just think, even though like theirs is $50, I think whatever the indicator is, offering, I think it is around $50 worth of value. I think their indicator that they're creating is basically up to par of the Think or Swim indicator that I released like a year ago. And so basically their indicator has all the functionality that the Think or Swim one has. This indicator has a super signal, right, which is something they don't even have, right? It resolves that, engulfing bar issue that they are having. It counts all legs for you. Their indicator only shows you the second entries, but mine shows third, fourth, every entry. And for those who are, just want the second entry, you just have to find the two and find the reversal. After number two, that means there's just two pullbacks. And if you want the second entry only, then, you can use this indicator. It gives you everything. I don't want to hide any information from the users, and so I just give it all. And it's up to you if you want to trade however you want using the indicator. I mean, the indicator is just a tool, right? And yeah, their indicator doesn't have alerts. Their indicator can't be used in automated strategies. It's just, one second. Sorry about that, Mrs. Panda coming in with some coffee. Hey, let me know what's in your mug today. If you guys like coffee, how you guys like your coffee? I'm drinking today. Looks like a Chemex. So pandas, for all those pandas out there, thank you for this coffee. Really do appreciate it. Borndar, if you want that midline, double click on any channel that you make and gives you the properties. And if you go towards the bottom of the settings, there is a setting to create levels. And let me know in the chat what you guys are drinking this morning. How do you guys like your coffee? Yeah, Mac is obviously not a developer. He doesn't create things. And so, he has to work with someone and like interpret and explain something, thanks to a developer who is not a trader. The nice thing about, being a trader and a developer is I know all my own thoughts. I don't have to try to explain it to another person. Look how we just beautifully rode above this 20 EMA, creating all these failed breakdowns of this 20 EMA, continuing our uptrend, which is what we suspected. A strong bull trend. You're expecting another leg up, right? Small pullbacks, not even a two-legged pullback, it's a one-legged pullback. First entry, and it pops up, it's enough to pop it up. Bulls were salivating for a small pullback there. Give us anything. We'll take anything, so we can just go with a little lower because we know this is going to go up higher. We do have a higher low second entry here. It's just right at the top of that range there, and it's hard for me to take that. And so, I can make this indicator, how long, this indicator is really old. I've been using, before I even sold that, I developed it like probably a year ago at this point. Yeah, so trust me, I know that some of the issues that they're going through, and thoughts and prayers to them. Hopefully they can figure it all out. You know what? I really do like if Mac releases an indicator that has zero threat to me. I'm selling my indicator. I sell it, but I don't need to sell it. I sell it for the community. I sell it because it's useful for me, and I think it'll be useful for anyone using it. I don't need this. I have zero threat if Mac. In fact, I want him to release it. I hope he releases it for free so people can have a free tool that they can use to help them make money. Like, that's all I care about. Like, the community, and help them. Like, what benefit does it really have for me? Like, or what threat does it have against me? I'm happy. I really wish he does release this indicator, and I hope it does what he says it does, and I hope it's cheap. I price my indicator at what I think it's worth. If you think it's very expensive, then then that's up to you. But I think it's worth its weight in gold. That's why I priced it where it's at, with all the things it comes with. Yeah, Ryan, I don't mean to speak negatively against Mac. I think he is great, but his indicator is just not there yet, in my opinion. It's just not there. So I let people know Mac is great, and check out his videos all the time. And I have critiques on him. I have critiques on everyone. I have critiques on myself. But yeah, I agree. Mac is great. SW Blaze says, I use extend right feature on TOS. Okay, Mazhar Ali says, what's the deluxe functionality in your indicator? Mazhar Ali, if you get the deluxe, then you also get automated strategies, and also you get access to the two-legged pullback community, where we actually do a little more trading after the stream. Borndar drinks his coffee black. What a man. What a man. Super Salty's drinking OG Monster Energy. Amazing. What an amazing way to wake up. Sergey says home grinded mocha black. Sounds good. Mochas are very good. I like mocha a lot. If you don't have like an espresso machine, I think mocha's probably the next best thing. Mark Carroll says black coffee. True man here. True pandas here. Bornthar, I got the midline now. Thanks. Great. Good job. Oh, Jimmy with some whiskey. Yeah, that put some hair in your chest. Yeah, I will join you in that, but gotta hit that 200 likes first. Just going over some chats here. Phil W, medium roast, just cream. That's all you need. Check the GPB, Great Britain Pound, Great British Pound, and Japanese Yen. Do you think the market go long? There is zone support. I am not looking at forex. You know what? I was gonna actually do we got Spike in channel here, by the way. Spike in channel. We're just on a tear right now. I was meddling with forex, and I really wanted to start a series of forex on just one pair, the Euro USD. But the problem is, like, the Euro USD pretty much trades almost, the most volume is still in the New York session. There's a London session as well, but the other one I would consider would be the USD Japanese yen. But when I was trading it, I'm so used to like scalping out at one point. The spreads, it just didn't work. The spreads are just crazy. They're terrible. So I'd rather pay commissions than pay for a spread. Ryan Richard says, if Mac includes more than just leg counting, such as trying to embed the basic trades PAT advocates, it could have extra value. That's true. I think that would be a great addition if he can do that. I doubt he can do it, but if he can do that, then yes, that'd be amazing. Basically telling you, hey, this, like in Mac's point of view, if I saw this trade, I'll take it. That'd be awesome. Gary S says, holy bleep, that bull bar just made $750 for a net profit of $150 after going negative. LMAO, congrats. I guess you're green now. Congrats. Dome Lee says trade devil's indicator. Even trade devil's indicator does not resolve the outside bar reversal issue. Ryder just says easy point on that trap. How do I use the automated trading? Hey, if you have the deluxe indicator, make sure you join the Discord. You can ask questions like that, how to use automated trading. Great community there. Peter Boswell says, you will find your own strategy when getting more experience and mix of outbrokes, maxing yourself. Yep. Just took that pullback for 1 point. Congrats. Let's go, baby. Okay, David Kaplan. Goodbye. Sorry. It's just silly. I don't really want to, why did you mark all higher high with dark red? I'm not sure what that means, Anand. But, oh, these higher highs, dark red numbers, because they're second entries, right? You have 2 pullbacks. 1 pullback, first entry, second pullback. So the dark red numbers mean that this is a second entry. If it's a higher high again, the counts continue, and so this is also a second entry, 2 pullbacks up, as you can see. We're just on an uptrend, and so I'm waiting for an entry, but we're approaching yesterday's close, 2 days close, day before yesterday's close, which is odd. I don't know if this is a good. I don't really trade 2 days close ago. Just gonna ignore that. We have 2 channels going up here. We have this channel, and we also have the spiking channel created right here. Should I go long here? This seems like it's getting toppy and choppy. I don't see anything I really like right now. You know, look how much chop there is here. It's pretty scary to trade this. You could take these traps here, but again, pretty far from the 20 EMA. Tanya says, don't bother with deluxe. It only makes losing trades. If you made a strategy, then your strategy might have only made losing trades. The thing about the deluxe is that it just helps you make automated strategies. The automated strategy that you make is all up to you. So that means that the automated strategy that you made, Tanya, probably is not a profitable one. Angela asks, if you get a successful scalp and then runner gets stopped out, but still an uptrend and there are multiple pullbacks but not near the EMA, do you ever go back in or only near EMA? I don't only go near EMA. That is one of the strategies that we do use, as you can see here, right? 2-legged pullback near the 20 EMA. Another 2-legged pullback here. This is actually a higher low 2-legged pullback. Dark green number with a 2. I like to do it when it's in your key area, such as trend lines, moving averages. And 20 EMA is one of the key areas, so it just depends on the context. F Zen drinking black coffee, medium roast, grown in Chiapas, state in Mexico. Nice, that was good. Yep, Rifty, this is the ES futures. If we were to make a measure move, how would we make this measure move? Something like that. I see there's a little gap there. Incredible. This will be the next measure move. Alright. Even though this is a strong bull trend, there are still no real opportunities for us. The only opportunity might have been here, but to me it was just too choppy. Yep, Barthar's right. Hard to bet against these bulls. So there's obviously more opportunities to go short because they're all two-legged pullbacks, but you know, we're waiting for a two-legged pullback back to a key area, but at this high, it's like, you know, it's a trend over. It's very late in the trend. But the trend is still strong until it's no longer proven to be strong. So, I mean, you got two moves like this, two legs up. Once the measure move is hit, with the 10K chart, the measure move is a little easier to see, the simple pullback, right? Bottom of this entire breakout to the bottom here, we have a measure move here. So I think once this measure move is hit, then we can consider taking a short. But until then, we sit on our hands unless we see a long opportunity. So we have a spiking channel again, right? Spike, channel, like this. But the channel is so tight, it's very hard to trade this channel. Again, very tight channel. Just like what we had here, spike, channel, very tight channel, can't trade that. I'm gonna have to get rid of this guy. Too much noise on my chart. Too many lines. So now we're getting a mix. So, you know, we have all these strong bull bars, but now we're starting to get the mix of bull bars and bear bars, showing weakness of the bull trend. Now we gotta just figure out where the channel is gonna be, where the trading range is gonna be. Most likely this is gonna turn to a trading range of some sort. Mike Carroll asked a good question. How do you pick the point to begin your measure move line? I'm going to take this opportunity to go over how to find measure moves and why and where and when and why we use them. Let's see here. This was a good measure move. For measure move, what we like to do is find the beginning of a breakout. Here with the top here, and this is the beginning of the breakout. And once the market goes into consolidation, what we try to find is the extreme before the furthest pullback. And so we see here, we do have a pullback here, but this is a further extreme down. And so, sorry, we do have a pullback here, but we have a deeper pullback here. And so we have to consider this pivot low, not this pivot low. You know, you might have done this, but once it broke down and came back up higher, now this will be your pivot low that you want to use. Now what you do is, once you have this, the length of this leg here, you copy it, get rid of this, and then you can paste it on your charts. And then you find the deepest pullback, and on the deepest pullback, you put it there, and then we have a measure move. And so we see this measure move was hit perfectly and it bounced off here. And it's been bouncing off here ever since, essentially. That's how you find measure move. You want to find a breakout and then consolidation. And then when it breaks out again, you're expecting this move to be hit. The reason why we look for measure moves is because that's what institutions do. What institutions want, for instance, is you want a 1-to-1 risk ratio at least. And so when you have a measure move, you're essentially creating yourself a 1-to-1 risk ratio. And so once they make their full profit with the amount of risk they were willing to take, then they come out and take their profits. And that's why measure moves work, because of the risk, reward, and the probability. So that's why institutions use measure moves to make money. Already, yes. When I say 10K, I'm using the 10,000 tick chart. So if you want to like have a higher time frame, right, to get a bigger picture, I recommend to use like 5 multipliers of 5, right? So if you use a 2,000 tick chart, then use the 10,000 tick chart. We hit the 20 EMA perfectly, but no two-legged pullback still. It's just no setups for us, unfortunately, my fellow pandas. Sorry. So So yeah, so when we look at this, what's our measure move? The measure move I measured here was from this low to this high right here, because our deepest pullback's right here, and the highest point before the deepest pullback is right here. Copy, paste, go to the deepest pullback, and now our measure move is right here. And so our measure move right now we're looking at is 4160.25, and we're almost there. Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's definitely a strategy, a profitable strategy using measure moves. But context and price action is everything. You know, you can't just take every measure move. You have to read the price action. And all right, guys, it's getting close to time. Hey, let me know in the comments. Throw an emoticon how you felt about the stream. We didn't get to the goal today, but I think one day we'll get there. We got 143 likes. Almost drank some whiskey for you guys. Almost got it, but hey, I think we'll get there sooner or later. Really do appreciate everyone's support, everyone joining us today, and it's been a blast just to be able to trade you guys. And you know, hey, subscribe to know whenever I put up streams and content up, and I'm planning to put some little more content up for you guys, at least to like learn how to trade trading ranges, because I think that's probably the #1 thing that trips and kills people and blow up people's accounts. And so, hey, appreciate it. Let me know in the chat how you felt about the stream. Let me know with emoticon how you felt about the stream. Just let me know. Any feedback is great. Love any feedback from you guys. Yeah, Mohsini El Asai. Hey, email support@tweleggedpullback.com and they'll answer all your questions for you off stream. Ryan Vo. Yep, you guys are asking questions, but gonna end this stream now. So appreciate everyone. Have a great weekend, everyone. Really, have a great weekend, and for the rest of the day, you know, trade safe. And as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys Monday, God willing, and yeah, and we'll just start off where we left off today. Hey, maybe Monday I might increase my contract sizes, so that's exciting. We'll see how to manage runners and use runners, things like that. So fortunately, there was no real good opportunities along this entire way, so missed this entire move, but it's okay. It's okay. We're not looking for a lot of setups. We're looking for the perfect setups. See you, fellow pandas. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.